Hey guys, what's up? My name is Zebra, and according to my teammates, I do in fact have stripes and hacks. This is a map. This is a gameplay. It's a little bit of customs that I was running with some friends. It's CTF 5 on countdown, and it's pretty good gameplay. I think I went +8, and I want to talk about a few things. I want to talk about basically my team's map control. And basically how you can, the best way to, in my opinion, to control the map on Countdown. And this isn't just necessarily my opinion. Wow, I failed a sniper. This is basically what's found me some most success and what's found many players most success and the most success. And I do actually talk about this kind of thing a lot with people who I run customs with, such as people on my list. I also want to talk a little bit about just kind of like my use of some different nade spots and different like jumps and things like that. Like right here, like people might not realize that you can actually just throw that up right there, cap it easy, instead of having to defend him for an extra 3 or 4 seconds, which we probably wouldn't have gotten the cap if he hadn't thrown it up. So I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna try to get some shots over on him. And a good way to hold the map is literally just, if you put one on your third, you want to hold the second level of the map, really, especially in MLG. In other game types, a lot of times you'll find people just kind of sit outside with power weapons. But in MLG, you want to hold the center of the map, like the second level of the map. The best way to do that is you want to have maybe one, maybe maximum 2 people on the top of the map. On ring 3, not on ring 3, on like our third. Sometimes even their third, depending on where depending on where they are. And it's gonna keep people on their it's gonna keep people to try to anchor out of their objective. It's gonna keep them weak. It's gonna keep and their whole team's gonna, they can't run it up top. They can't really hide up top as much. So with my team, I usually have 3 people run around down bottom, like in the middle of the map. They don't really have a set setup for this map. It's just kind of 3 people just kind of be down bottom. A lot of times one will be with sniper. If we have sniper, one will be either our big door. I like to say big door with sniper because you have a lot of angles, but you got to be really careful because a lot of people can rush you from different angles. And then I'll have a couple people, like 1 person up top, and then a couple people kind of running around. And if you notice, most of this game there is 1 person on top for usually for both teams, at least 1, maybe 2, depending on where people spawns. And just so you guys know, the reason I'm fast forwarding through all my deaths is because this is a 15-minute game, and I'm not too good at this yet. So talking for 15 minutes it's not something I'm willing to trust myself at doing yet. Plus, it went a little bit over 15 minutes, so the YouTube limit is 15. So I figured I'd just fast forward through every day. So right now I'm trying to control their third, but by doing this, like see right here, I'm sitting on their fan, and I'm able to put shots on the kid our big door, and easily drop down into their objective. My cap card was a little weird and skipped forward, but as I'm sure you guys could tell, all I did was just stick him. This was weird. I was streaming this game, so a lot of times backsmacks and stuff like that, just in general, were a little bit laggy because my connection. Like right there, I should have had a backsmack on the flag, but it didn't give it to me. So I'm gonna spawn outside, and this is gonna give me an easy angle to the flag. So I'm gonna drop down, but I don't know where he is, so I'm gonna pick up the sniper and just kind of wait for it to reset, and I actually kind of get killed from behind. They pick up sniper, and so I spawn across. I'm gonna put 2 shots into him, and it's just gonna kind of make him panic. I'm not really looking for the kill. I'm not gonna chase him down. I'm gonna clean this kid up. It's kind of funny. He has no idea where I am. And then I come through here, wait for the melee, duck the first shot. It gave me the advantage right there, just because I ducked that first shot and I was able to put 1 shot into him. Then he just kind of went in for the melee, and it didn't work out. Right here, I'm gonna use peek shotting. Just to kind of, look right there, I kind of peeked out, ducked back in, peeked out, and the whole time I'm absolute, it's just going to keep him from being able to get a serious shot on me, and it's going to kind of keep him distracted and a little bit weaker. Even if I don't hit him, he's going to still feel the pressure. So here, I kind of pick up the health pack. I'm just going to run away. And I back up. A lot of times you shouldn't back up, but I back up because my shields are a little weak. And then I crouch because I know he's not going to be able to see me. He's going to go for the first headshot. He's going to miss that shot. Crouch shotting is extremely useful. Because a lot of players will miss that first shot, and then right there, I mean, in reach, every single shot counts. I mean, in high level, anything, every single shot counts. You know, you miss a single shot, and you're probably going to lose that DMR battle. Because it's so easy to 5-shot in this game. So right here, I chase way too hard, even though he should have died on that first shot. And because of it, I actually end up dying because he ends up getting the health pack. It just pulls off a sick no-scope and then cleans me up. Sorry if it's a little skippy, guys. So I'm gonna just kind of push through here a little bit. And again, if you notice, the whole time we have somebody we have somebody on the top of the, like, on our third, and he's literally just like, it's so easy to anchor from our third because you can get so many angles that it's quick to get to any position. Like if you look right now, we have one person on S3. And now, because we have that one person on S3, I was able to just run through S2 without getting shot at once, because anybody who could have shot at me was going to get shot at by the guy who was moving to our third. A good place to carry sniper a lot of times is in our third. But it's not a bad thing to move up like this. Like, all 4 of us are above. I did that because I got the call that the guy moving flag, and I didn't know which way he was going to go with it, so hopefully predict him, but he didn't. So I'm gonna, like, right here, I don't get a single kill, but I actually, because of my shots, 3 kids get knocked down and we're able to move the flag. And I was actually gonna trick them, and right here I was gonna trick and then come back and then walk it down, but I got knocked down, so I just ran it. It probably wouldn't have been the smartest idea to trick him anyway. But so I'm gonna hide because the flag's not home yet. They get the recover, and I go to walk in, and I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, I go to walk in because they're recovering, and I get shot and killed. Kid ate my second melee, but I was streaming, so I can't really be mad. This is what I like to call a meaningful death, because you'll see right here as I turn the camera in a second. I ran forward and stopped him. If I had tried to stay alive there, they would have gotten a flag cap. But I stopped him. I knew my teammates were coming, so I was able to actually, like, I was able to stop him. I died. Oh well. My teammates came up and finished it. And this is a good little spot. I was regaining health. If you sit here, a lot of times people will just come flying through, and I was able to get an easy double kill. And by the way, when using the pea shooter, like the plasma pistol, never charge up at close range. It's only 3 shots with the plasma pistol, which, if you have a decent trigger finger, is like literally like that. Like, it's like almost nothing. It's 3 shots to drop shields. Like right there, I just dropped his shield, got a grenade kill, and then I just started chucking nades there because I wanted to back him off, but I ended up getting a stick, which I thought was kind of funny. I heard the clicking, and I was like, no, stick. Right here, I used my height advantage to clean him up, and then I'm gonna try to push into the flag a little bit. And I'm just gonna force him to back off. I'm not gonna be chasing for this kill, because if he backs away, then that's all we need him. I'm actually gonna flank to try to pressure him, but he ends up getting killed. So I'm gonna pull this flag, and if I remember correctly, I don't really go anywhere. I end up fumbling a little bit, and then I get naded hard. I dodged that first nade because of the fumble, but then I end up getting, as soon as I get into our base, I get naded. So I put shots into the kid R3rd, and that's basically because from when he's on R3rd, like literally, if you sit a guy top of the map, then you actually, like, if he's on R3rd, the second they go into big offensive, they're not going to be focusing on the guy on R3rd, right? So then he can actually move around to their third and start shooting at them while they're in our objective. So when you're on third, it's so quick to get it to the other side of the map without getting shot at, and you can easily move to any point in the map when you're on a third. Just by going to S2, you can drop down, you can go over catwalk, whatever. You can get to any power weapon extremely quickly. But don't send too many up, because if you send too many up, it's too easy to get caught, and then it'll just turn into one big fat clusterfuck up into the radios. Because you'll end up just sitting in the radios or outside, and they'll push from two sides, and next thing you know, you have 30 nades up your ass, and it just doesn't end up working out. But if you sit in middle, there's more places to run away, and of course the flag is in middle. In most game types, there's plenty of stuff middle, like there's power weapons, there's stuff like that in middle that you can get to pretty quickly that you're gonna need. So right here, you see I use jetpack really effectively. Now I play on bumper jumper, so using jetpack is kind of a pain in the ass. That's why I never use it on any map but this map, because I'm able to move from second and third extremely easily. Nice little stick right there to save my teammate's life. And it's really just, I really only use it just to kind of like move around when I'm not under a ton of pressure. Like I didn't feel a pressure situation because we were putting a lot of pressure on them. So I was able to, I picked it up. So I'm able to do a lot, I'm able to move around the map extremely easily. And that's the only time, that's the only reason I would pick it up, because I can't really shoot. Like, I mean, I can shoot while clawed, if I claw. Which, if you guys don't know what that means, it means that you hold your controller with your middle finger on the trigger and your index finger on the button pad, the A, B, X, Y pad. And it's kind of difficult to aim very well with it, although a lot of people think. Now that kid should have died. As I'm sure you know, he's got like 3 or 4 bloodshots on him. If it wasn't for jetpack, I probably would have died right there. I didn't do that great with the sniper this game. I wasn't warmed up with it at all. The next game I ended up actually ripping a couple of faces. So I kind of just got screwed over there. There wasn't a call out, so I went to back up and get killed. I don't know if it was my fault or if it was just I just got screwed over. I mean, backing through a doorway is usually a bad idea unless you have serious calls to where everybody is, but it's not the end of the world, really. So it's now 3-0. I'm kind of just, like, I get the evade here, and I just use this to try to catch up, try to push in more. A lot of times, like, you see evade, there's kind of a rule of thumb with evade, is that you use one for movement, the second evade is to get out of situations, like right there if you see I punched him and then I evaded back. And that basically, like, he wasn't quite ready for that because there's no big jetpack or whatever. Here's a kind of a nice triple kill right here. A little bit of an out DMR at the end, and that actually enabled for the final cap. So, things I kind of want to talk about at the end of this game, basically just kind of using different nade spots and different maps, different map positions to be able to get around and stuff like that. And right there, I kind of just, I think I scored, just kind of push forward. Yeah, I'll talk to you next time.